Welcome to Cat the Minion YouTube channel. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing a pick-a-pile weekly reading. This is for the week of the 17th of August. And I'm doing, each pile is going to be a 9 grid of Lenormand. I've sorted them out here. I don't know where they go in the grid yet. And the piles are chosen today by the oracle card that gives the overview for their reading. So you can choose the Lucy Cavendish Blessed Be deck. I have this, check the focus again. There we go, that's better. I don't know what the hell I was thinking before. Anyway, Lucy Cavendish Blessed Be deck. That's all, folks. We have the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and I was trying to get a different oracle deck, and this one was like, no, we're doing the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, because it's sort of like a combo. It's not a normal tarot. And then the other pile is the Lover's Oracle, and I have cleared and shuffled all of these cards, and they're ready to go. So I'm going to start with the Lover's Oracle pile. Take these out of the box. Okay. Might need the book, but we'll see. Pile. Okay. So the Lover's Oracle, where are we putting? That's right, I did it this way before. Okay, I think that's it. Oh wow, and they're all in the screen. Beautiful. Looks like a carpet. Fantabulous. Alright, look. Alright, we're gonna get the overview first. Is that not puffing the right way? Whatever. All the things to bother me right now. I'm not gonna take that one because it didn't really fly out. Come on, cards, wake up. Okay. The overview for this, it's like a Ouija board. What's that thing called? This thing's called something, but I don't remember what it is. Okay, so frosty here, but we've got a balance of the masculine and feminine energy. Although it looks like the masculine energy feels cut off from the feminine, but she's like, no, I'm here. We have the feminine in blue indicating, to me, the throat chakra. But it's almost like the masculine isn't hearing. And looks very sad, crying. Like an emotional blizzard. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Right? I'm not hearing you because I'm challenged by you. Okay. I'm gonna put that way because it's easier to see. So let's get these flipped over. Oh, this polar bear. I flopped out when I was shuffling the cards earlier. So there's this polar bear here, number 15. 10 of Wands inverted energy, which is actually probably may be a good thing. But it's that ice theme again. It's like Superman in the Crystal Castle. Let me see what that is. 15. It just says bear, but it's totally a polar bear there. The polar caves. Okay. So then we have a 10 of Pentacles inverted. This is the book. So there's a lack of information involving what's going on with the bear here. We go from 15 to 26. The difference is 11. And 27, the card right after. Interesting. So we have 7 of Swords inverted, which is probably a good thing. But then we have the letter. She wrote me a letter, said, wait. She wrote me a letter, said you're in it, no, my baby no more. Anyway. Obviously don't remember all the lyrics right now. So 27, the letter inverted. I think it's just called the letter. Yeah, it's the letter. Tired. 34, the Fishies. King of Pentacles inverted. Any of these fucking cards upright? Jesus. Jesus Christ. It's like frozen and wet, and no information is coming through. Right? I'm not reading your texts, I'm deleting them. And the Messenger inverted as well. 9 of Cups inverted. What the frig? A Messenger. And then the House inverted as well, number 4. $25, the Ring inverted. 22, the Choice. Oh, this was Ace of Wands inverted. Choice, Queen of Pentacles. And 8 inverted. What's this? I haven't gotten this card yet. Coffin. Okay. Coffin. Anubis hanging out there. Number 8. 9 of Pentacles inverted. This is weird. Okay, so let me read the Coffin. Painful change and transition. Depression, loss, and bankruptcy. Sickness and bed rest. Initiation. Okay. And it's weird because this is coming at the end. So it's like the choice here is like if you make some sort of decision, it's not going to be the end of it. What's interesting though, it's like something that's not finished is sadness if the door is opened this way. Nine of Pentacles is also the single ladies card, though. Queen of Pentacles here. But Queen isn't usually Queen unless she's married. Nine of Cups. Unhappiness. No garden. Let me think about this for a minute. This is weird. The only thing that's upright on this entire board is this decision here, this choice. And we have double 11 with a queen on it of manifestation. And it's like this, ooh. Masculine energy is in this state where it's like nothing I want is going my way. And it's like if the masculine energy chooses to hear that the feminine is trying to actually communicate something, it will open up these aspects. This is abundance, information, communication, a safe place to be, messages. It's like letters, books, like letters, like a giant ass fucking novel letter, right? Somebody sends you like 8,000 texts. And this is like, I got a whole bag of letters, like all in the, like a cluster with this home and this King of Cups inverted. It's this energy here. I'm drowning in my feelings. I'm frozen because what I've heard made me hurt because I didn't get what I wanted. And it's like the only way to move through the underworld of this situation where the feminine energy is out in her own place by herself is for this choice to happen. Now 11 is a twin flame number, and here it's like twice for this duality. It's like when you come to this crossroads before, you shut out the other part of you or your other half or your lover. Like, are you going to keep shutting them out of your feelings? Or are you going to sort of open up a hole in this ice and let them in? It's like ice fishing, which I think is why we have this polar bear who's going down under the water looking for something right over the fish. And there's a king here inverted on the with this abundance, right? The what's binding the masculine to unhappiness in manifestation is that from both the physical world and the emotional world, he's thinking he has no access to the queen, to his counterpart. And what's has the ability to change the situation is this 9. Is like, make her unsingle. Like, pass through the underworld into this other life where you're in this higher realm. The message should be, I'm going to change this 9 pentacles into this 9 cups with 1 ace and 1 message: passion, completion, commitment. It's a little bit of a stalemate in this energy. Let me read the bear, because I don't think I've gotten that before. Power, strength, health, and protection. Finance, food. My bad side comes out when you see negative cards around. So it's a bit of selfishness in this case, hoarding resources. Okay. Sometimes if I see a bear, it comes in as literal as like my bare hands, or like bare skin, or bare necessities, and other puns and things like that. But it's like I can't bear to let you in. I'm going to keep these resources where I can get them, because I don't feel comfortable in my own house, like in my own skin, and I'm not ready to be presented with any information or pleadings or messages that you have for me until it all comes down to this ultimate choice here. It's like double down. That's basically what it is. Everything the wrong way. Like let's open up this mummy case and handle this curse once and for all, essentially. But look at this though, balance, support, and challenge. So right here it's like, do you choose to have everything go your way and be cut off, or do you choose to accept the sort of slings and arrows and have movement and growth and abundance and openness? That's the thing. Now, 7 of Swords inverted, that's giving up on sort of sneaky hiding kind of energy. It's like I'm like hiding the heart away, and that's why the king is inverted and unhappy and not getting what's passionate. Now 10 of Wands inverted is usually giving up a burden, and it's kind of crosswise with this death thing. It's like letting go of your position is giving up this burden of, trying to keep your ice cold in the middle of summer. How are you going to maintain this frostiness when you're holding the Ace of Wands? It's like lighting a match and wondering why your soda is hot. Right? So it's a critical choice for the masculine energy with the energy for the week of the 17th. And I should also point out that this is happening right as Uranus is going retrograde. Alright, so we're doing the Dreams of Gaia pile now. Let me move these guys out of the way. So I'm going to spread these out in whichever manner they need to be in. This needs to move over here. Okay, that wants to go. These. quite sure if this is where the cards are where they need to be. They don't feel like they're moving anymore. Oh, okay, maybe that's what the issue was. Am I good now? Okay, yeah, it's good now. Alright. Alright, so let me get a Dreams of Gaia card here for the overview. Whoa, okay. I'm not sure which. I'm gonna put it. I had two kind of slide out of my hand, so I don't know which one. So I only really want one card. Just slide everywhere. Let me try this again. So we have wisdom, but it's sort of spinning as it moves. This is number 10 in this. It's where the wheel would normally be, but it's a little bit more like the hermit slash magician a little bit. Alright. So for most practical purposes, we're going to say this is sort of like a jacked up hermit. So it's going to be a little bit, just a little bit of, what is the magician? Why do I not know this? A little bit Mercury, but mostly Virgo. Although, isn't... Yeah, Virgo's ruled by Mercury anyway, so there is a little bit of aspect of the magician in here with this pseudo-hermit. But what's at stake here is wisdom. There's this sort of light flickering in and out. Like, sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. I kind of get what I'm doing. What have we got here? 20. Inverted. What is this? Greenhouse or something? I don't think I've gotten that one before. Oh, it's park. Okay. It's supposed to be a public park. So 20 inverted with 8 of swords inverted. So this, even though the park itself is inverted, we have a sort of getting out of jail free card as well here in a minute. The dice inverted, 39. Major Arcana energy, which would bring it back to the Hermit, but also the Empress, and then also the Hanged Man. So we have the Storks here, 17 with the Queen of Cups. Mask, 40. Major Arcana energy, so we have the Fool and the Emperor. Sort of like the Emperor's New Clothes kind of energy. 10 inverted, that's the Scythe. And we have the Jack of Pentacles. So that could be a knight or a page there. Probably going to be a knight though. So we have the Ace of Swords inverted, the Woman, 11. Oh, Swords and the Woman, okay. So we have the Snake. Number 7, we have this 8 energy here, or an infinite loop. A Twisted Fool with the Queen of Wands energy. The well, 41, inverted. Number 6, the clouds, King of Wands. Now, I flipped this over because it was trying to spin around on its own again. So this might be in this same place as the wisdom keeper over here of things are sort of starting to come into focus. There's a little bit of illumination coming into something that was darkness. Now the way that this is clearing, what's being cleared up is something about the feminine energy. Lies about the feminine. But it's more like a misconception. Now, what's interesting is that there's a 7 here. Queen of Wands with this snake energy. Danger noodle. And the difference between that and business as usual over here with the Queen of Cups is this inverted scythe energy, which almost would expect it to be the Queen of Swords and not an inverted knight, which is essentially the Hangman, which is right here next to this other Hangman energy. It's like not playing games anymore. Not putting up with your fucked up bullshit. You're fronting. Oh, notice this is double the park. 39, 2, 41, 29, 11, 6, 3 and 9, 12. Casting you out. Calling out your bullshit. Let me read the park. Party, concert, business meeting, a reunion or a retreat, a riot or a picnic. This is supposed to mean the public, but with the games here and the mask and this, I get this idea of somebody on social media pretending that they're not who they say they are. Someone over here, business as usual, but this feminine energy is it's like the rug being swept out from underneath them by whatever opposing feminine force is trying to, essentially throw her down the well and be like, you ain't all that. And meanwhile, this energy over here is just trying to, take care of their business and grow their life and, work on their little nest egg and whatever. Well, let me get the well inverted and see what's going on here. This is kind of exposing, like dumping out what's been underneath, right? It's like when the well is upright, it's like getting down into the depths. But here, it's like everything's been really shallow, and it's like we're dumping out the water, we're dumping out the poison from the vial. 10. Sudden trauma or shock that will take you by surprise. Heard it through the grapevine. Right? Social media. The water cooler. Let me look at the snake again a little bit. Someone in a feminine energy has been trying to come between this King of Wands and this Queen of Cups by laying out this sort of elaborate social media trap that ends up creating this I don't know if it's necessarily like a victim mentality, but it's like there's glimmers of truth coming in, because this whatever is tying the Queen of Cups to the King of Wands is actually something steeped in a really deep and strong truth, because not only is there the Ace of Swords on here, but there's also the number 11, which is like a unity, twin flame, divine timing kind of number. It's like you can try to change the nature of the harvest all you want with deceptions and pitfalls and making someone look bad to other people, you know, by hacking their stats or whatever. But everything is dull when faced with something that's a cosmic truth. That's right. Sadnet Mask faces this false knight of pentacles trying to manifest something, but it's not happening. It's like everything that's deceptive is sort of quick action, but things that are truthful and held in a divine timing kind of play out in a universal time scale that can outlast the snake. Now look at this. I was just talking about time scales. This infinity symbol is broken. There's no completion here. The 10 is inverted. There's no finish line. But over here, 17, that's the star in the regular tarot. And then we have 6, this number of healing, with a King of Wands. Now I see a couple of 5 numbers here that tell me that there's a pivot, a shift. 13, death number, transformation. A pouring in of Neptunian consciousness with water. This intense intuition. And all of this water, this storm cloud, is like washing away all of this debris, and the snake, even though they can survive water, they're not going to be able to stay in their tree and try to ground themselves. Now what's interesting is that you would think that these two would be a pair, Queen of Wands and King of Wands. But the way that this is set up, it's not really the case, because it's almost like The king is staying out of feminine energies. He's staying in wands, he's staying in swords. Because he doesn't trust the feminine energy, because he knows it's like this. This snake, Queen Fire, feminine energy operating in a masculine suit. Right? What are you talking about? I'm a girl. I'm Pentacles. But the energy is not that of genuine femininity, which is coming in with Queen of Cups. Feminine energy in the feminine suit. In order for this to be correct, there would have to be pentacles associated with this Queen of Wands, and she doesn't have any. She's only fronting. It's inverted. It's not working. Major arcana in all of these four corners, and that way it's like saying the universe is holding this world vision, and all you have to do is have the wisdom to achieve it. And we have a 10 here, which trumps this 10 here in the middle. And then we have the Tower moment, which breaks open this foundation of basically bullshit and lets into this star energy here. Now the storks are basically habit creatures, and they come into the same nest every year. So it's like saying that this pair, and these are like storks up here trying to come in from the storm, and then the sun breaks in the clouds. So these are kind of like the day after, right? There's the Tower, and then the next day, where the king and the queen can be together and build something as this illumination comes in on this long-term relationship. Now, it could be mating for life, but it doesn't have to be. It's working together in this sort of grounded, methodical, I don't know why I can't say that word today, grounded, methodical movement to like working together in the future. Okay, so I did kind of finish that up in a hurry because my camera was running out of time on that segment, but I was actually done with the Dreams of Gaia thing here. So we have this clearing up of a really kind of effed up situation where there is definitely some kind of instigator of shenanigans, to put it mildly. Alright, so we have this Blessed Bee deck here. There's like eraser rubber somewhere over here. Oh man, come on. French bread pizza's backing up on me a little bit. Let's see if this is right. Seems weird. Okay. Let's get a blessing card for the overview for this reading. point out that the 17th is right in between the Uranus retrograde, right before the new moon, shortly before the end of the dog days of summer. So there's a lot going on. Okay, so 12 inverted, a blessing for a mother. So when these cards come inverted, to me it just means confusion or delay. And notice here there's a little bit of block, but she can still get through. Right, so we're looking for feminine energy. And we've also got this 12 here, which is the Hanged Man, which is water energy, which is Neptune, and it came out upside down, which is telling me that we're still working with this Neptune retrograde energy here. So we're dealing with feminine energy, the right half of the brain, stimulating your connection to the flow of cosmic consciousness, healing your inner child wounds, giving yourself nurturing, those kind of energies. We also have the Magician and the High Priestess, 1 and 2, but it could also be 3, the Empress, which is very much like what's going on here as well. This very green looking Venusian situation here. Okay. Alright. The compass? I'm surprised. I don't know why I said that as a question. Compass. Figuring out where you're going. Figure it out. Notice we have 12 and now we have 42, which is 6 here. 30. These are the lilies, and look, there's some right over here. It's a different flavor, but they're still over here. King of Swords energy. This is major arcana energy here. So we have the Lovers or the Emperor and the High Priestess. And then here we have 30. The King of Swords, just telling me a little bit of 3 of Swords energy, but more, again, the Empress and then the Fool as well. Especially because the Fool is Uranus Aquarius, and the King of Swords, I think, is Aquarius as well. Yeah, Capricorn and Aquarius. Oh, there's a king again. 28, the man with the Ace of Cups. So we have a 10 here now. High Priestess and Strength, or the High Priestess and Justice, or 2 cups and 8 cups, or 10 cups, or 16. So this is the heart. So we have 42, and right under it we have 24. So we're definitely, it's definitely saying it doesn't matter which way the numbers go, we're dealing with the Lovers. So you have 23 inverted, the Mice, 7 of Wands. So the Mice is this sort of like slowly siphoning off the kitty a little bit. Like someone running a scam, stealing things bit by bit, piece by piece, so you don't really notice it at first until all of a sudden you got holes in your drapes and all kinds of shit. This is the tail of, there's 3 mice here, so we got the tail of 5, oh okay, there's 5 mice on here. 3 in the front and 2 in the back. So we got a little bit of Hunka-Munka and her friends here, but we're inverted, so we're drowning those bastards. Mouse traps and everything, which is a pivot. 44 inverted, major arcana energy, and we have the magnifying glass. Now, what's interesting is that one of the cards under here says 24, which is this number again, next to a Fool with a heart on it, which is like this. And there's a tree there as well. 44, that's 11 times 4, so that's a foundational number, twin flame number, but it's multiplied by the Emperor number / foundation. The cross, 36, inverted. So there's that number 12 coming in again, and 369. Also 18, the moon, perhaps. Some Byzantine artwork on there. Constantinople, Istanbul. 6 of Wands inverted with that cross. Okay. So this woman, this is the Empress version, this is the jacked up woman, the secondary version of the woman. She's coming in with number 11, but she's coming in inverted with the Ace of Swords. I don't think she should stay inverted, but I'm going to leave her that way for now. I think she's on the move. Because I see, oh, well maybe, because there's 11 and then 44 both inverted. Someone's been slowly taking my woman away from me, and I look at the details trying to figure out why. So we have the Owls, number 12, with the 7 of Pentacles. So this is the alternate birds info, but the Owls have some serious business to come in. Now, looking at this and saying a blessing for a mother, that's like the man is looking for his feminine energy. And if this is a love relationship, which might be because there's the heart and there's that lover's energy, and we have this twin flame number of 11 in here. It doesn't have to be twin flames, but it very well could be that literally a masculine is trying to figure out why his feminine is not coming in, because he truthfully loves her Ace of Cups and knows that she is the truth, Ace of Swords. Right, he's looking into this situation, wondering why he isn't feeling like nurtured. But I think it's interesting as well here that we have this glass domed compass and this convex glass magnifying glass. Oh man, I breathed in air too hard. Now look at this, King of Swords disrupted by this 7 of Wands inverted, cutting it off from the Ace of Swords. 7 of Wands inverted, Mars in Leo. So we have this sort of stealthy attack, right? Mars in the dark. That's kind of scuttled the truth away from a king who would be holding on to it. When he's like, I can't seem to, the truth has seemed to decay in some way, and I don't know what's going on, but I have my feelings. So let me look at the lilies here. Wisdom and experience, long-term relationship or ancestry, contentment and satisfaction, sexuality and passion. Can also symbolize motherhood, okay? it's weird because there's also this sort of dichotomy between mother figure and sexuality here. And it might be like a childhood, like an inner child wound that's eating away at this masculine's ability to make the feminine a reality instead of this just impression in the glass. But what's interesting is that he's looking 28, 10, 3 times 10 to this, like looking towards peace, taking his heart, becoming the leader of his own truth, into this major arcana where he knows where true north is. Like, he knows what direction to go in. And then immediately following that is this heart card. It goes 10, tripled, 30, and then it breaks down again to 3, and then doubles to the 6. And there's a pair of them. Pair of 6s. Actually, there's 3 6s here because of this, but I'll get to that in a second. Okay, 6 minutes left. So it's like love, happiness, passion, devotion. This is like enduring, attached, like heart to heart, like intense love. It's not just like, oh, let's get in there and get nasty. I've got a tent in my pants. It's, I crave your energy for the nurturing, and it's not like saying like, oh, sex with you reminds me of my mother. It's saying this is helping me fulfill this need to connect to the other half of my energy. And it's not to say like, oh, I need you to complete me, because the Empress here isn't going to, she isn't going to like do all your work for you. But there's this information, like I can't seem to get all the details together, but the owls are bringing in information anyway. It's like, well, you might not be able to read the details, but if you listen to your intuition, we're going to start telling you about where she's at. Now the feminine is the one looking towards the cross, so maybe that has to do with how she feels. So let's see what she's going through. 7. Okay. Cross. Okay. So it is that, like, that cross you bear energy. So she's been extremely aggrieved and unhappy and really going through some shit. Carrying the burden of others who are not accountable for their actions. So somewhere in here, what's bringing her away from the masculine is this, is some sort of stance that had been refused to be given up. Someone was standing their ground for something that ended up being rotten at the core. They weren't seeing the finer details, or they were looking in too close and not seeing the bigger picture. And it put this horrible burden on this feminine energy and kind of brought her down away from the masculine. Now the 6 of Wands here should be victory, but it's inverted with the truth. But we don't want the cross to be upright. We want it to be in this position, at least to the whole picture, where it's being undone. But the way that it is in the reading, the feminine has been experiencing this as she's kind of fallen into a darkness, because we have the Leo, the sun, and Jupiter inverted. It's just saying this sort of darkness. The owls can see at night, and they're saying, well, we know she's there, but all you have to do is bring her around. And because she was kind of trying to move when I went to pick her up. All you have to do is bring her around and let this and this drop off. Right. So, I mean, this card, it doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of saying, make sure your foundation isn't full of garbage. Because all of these other, this is sort of, you know, it depends on how you're looking at it. These other cards here are all extremely powerful and positive. It has to do with the energy that's being moved during this week of the 17th here. These really intense energies. So essentially what has to shift is consciousness. Right? Well, 7 of Wands and 6 of Wands are the cards that are the problem. But together we have 13 Wands, which is right for transformation. We have this sort of, you know, cock of the walk, look at me, I'm fancy energy with this, like, oh, don't come for me, everything I'm doing is fine, like, get off my dick kind of energy. And when we move away from this, we're able to come through this trial by fire, where everything is coming in with love and truth. And the 7 of Pentacles here is the patience to manifest something, which is where this Venusian energy comes back. What's 7 of Pentacles? Of course, it's Taurus and Capricorn. Taurus leads to Venus. Now, are these other... Now, Capricorn doesn't really matter much in here in this game, but we do have Saturn retrograde, which is kicking in with the other retrograde planets and the new moon to bring in this sort of ignition, realization that what's actually been missing is connectivity to feminine energy. And when the masculine is able to connect to his own emotions, his own feminine qualities, then he is able to be... It's like she's looking in from the other side of this window and is like, oh, he is ready for me. And then they can come together and he'll be able to have this blessing for a mother. Isn't like she's going to, you know, be his mommy during their whole relationship. It's we're equal heart to heart. And I get to have the benefit of this nurturing energy and able to grow it between us because we are both working on our own share of it, right? There isn't a barricade between them anymore. We're just going to move this tree out of the path and then we'll be able to have the whole thing. All right, so that's it. Those all were sort of similar but yet different. So if you want to get a personal reading You can hit me up at thecatcameback@camp@gmail.com. Check me out. I'm just getting Patreon set up now. I'm starting to get some videos ready for there. If you want to contribute to my channel, otherwise it's paypal.me/cattheminion. I also have Cash App and Venmo. I can be found at these fine locations. I have a couple of coloring books on Amazon. I have actual art items that are made to order. Some are a la carte, so once they're gone, they're gone. I do have my chapbook packs. They're already ready to go. They're like little mystery packs of art and writing. It's kind of like getting an oracle pack. So all of those links to all of this stuff are in the description box of my infomercial video, which is linked below this one. You can see samples of the readings in my readings for sale playlist. And if you have any questions, again, that's thecatcameback@camp@gmail.com, or that description box of the infomercial video, again linked below this one. Take it easy, and we'll see you later. Bye.